All right, what happens when a private investigator uncovers a secret she was never supposed to find? What happens when a missing persons case leads to a conspiracy involving corporate corruption, illegal experimentation, and a dangerous scientific breakthrough? And what happens when the person investigating that conspiracy becomes permanently changed by it? So today we're going to introduce one of my newest characters in, the Strike 7 Network universe, web serials, Dog Strike, that's her name. This channel, for those that don't know who is new to the channel, and yeah, I know I only got one sub, but this channel is mainly, covers comic book lore. We also talk about other action related movies, thrillers, action horror. I also cover our characters as well, web serial universes, character dossiers, story previews, world building discussions, and a lot more than that. Marvel, not all of Marvel, but most of it. The main players, DC as well, that type of stuff. So today we're just gonna take a closer look at Dog Strike, our newest vigilante character, joining our group, my lineup of original stories. Um, it's focuses on Myra Jones, who is a black private investigator operating in the fictional city of Ashbourne, Georgia. Unlike many vigilante characters, she didn't. She was well. She's not a billionaire. Wasn't a soldier. Was a former detective at one point. Left the police force to become a PI. So she solves problems for a living. Missing person cases, fraud cases, surveillance jobs. The kind of cases that most people overlook. But this is what separates Myra from others is her persistence. She because once she starts pulling on the thread, she rarely lets go. That's just what it is. She's intelligent, observant, methodical, and perhaps most importantly, she's stubborn, very stubborn, a stubborn character when it comes to uncovering the truth. But those traits eventually place her on a collision course with something that's far bigger than she ever expected. So the city of Ashbourne, you gotta understand that first before you understand Dog Strike, the character. It's a fictional city located in Georgia. It's not Atlanta. So you have Ashbourne. It's like the next biggest city in Georgia in this universe, next to Atlanta. It's a major industrial and transportation hub. Cargo moves through the city around the clock. Around the clock logistics operations. The research facilities operate behind closed doors. You got the defense contractors that maintain a huge influence and presence in the city. So at first glance, Ashbourne appears successful and prosperous, but beneath the surface lies another world. The corporate conspiracies, hidden research programs, organized crime, private security operations, a lot. And Ashbourne isn't just a setting; it's one of the central characters of the series. The city constantly shapes the events around it. And eventually, it, city create, it's the city that created Darkstrike based on stuff they hid in plain daylight. So without spoiling, the major events of book one, Darkstrike Shadow of Ashbourne, Myra becomes involved in a missing persons investigation tied to a courier named James Shield. So what starts as a routine case quickly escalates. The deeper she investigates, the more she discovers connections to a powerful organization known as Ashbourne Research and Defense, which also known as ARD. ARD publicly operates as a biotechnology and defense contractor agency. Privately, they are connected to classified research initiative known as Project Phoenix. And that project is where everything begins to unravel. A transport operation goes horribly wrong. A dangerous compound is released, and Myra finds herself exposed to something that should have killed her. Instead, though, it changes her permanently. So after the incident, Myra begins experiencing, going through change, strange, changes to her body. Senses become sharper, reflexes improve, her body begins reacting differently to danger. Then comes the biggest, change of them all. The compound that she was exposed to bonded with her biology, bonded with her body, bonded with her DNA, whatever you want to call it. So rather than rejecting the substance, like previous test subjects, she survived it. And the results is something that's entirely, is unique. So it's a living bio armor system that formed around her body during moments of danger. So the body armor isn't a gadget. It isn't a suit that she puts on. It's a part of her body. It's kind of like a symbiote. It's inside of her body. It doesn't talk to her like Venom. It's nothing like that. So just to be clear, so the transformation gives birth to Darkstrike. Powers and abilities. The first thing, people notice is the armor itself. When activated, the armor covers her entire body in a sleek, black protective shell marked by a dark gray split lightning strike emblem that's across her chest. You see it right here. All right. The armor enhances nearly every aspect of her physical capabilities. So she possesses enhanced strength and speed. Like I say, enhanced speed, improved reflexes, accelerated healing, greater durability, heightened senses, and perhaps one of her most valuable abilities in advanced danger seems to be that it warns her when threats are approaching. Unlike many superhero characters that's out there, her greatest weapon is still her mind. She's still sharp, and she remains an investigator first. So she solved the problems through observation and deduction before relying on force. So that combination makes her extremely dangerous. So what makes Darkstrike different? And one of the many things that separates her from a lot of the vigilante characters out there is her approach. She's not driven by revenge. She's not trying to become a celebrity. She's not looking for fame. She's just trying to cover the truth. whoever hired her to investigate something, she's trying to recover the truth. Sometimes she tells clients not to even worry about the retainer right now. So at its core, the Dog Strike series is about corruption. It's about hidden agendas. It's about powerful organizations operating beyond accountability. And it's about what happens when an ordinary person finds herself standing, between those organizations and the people they are trying to silence. So Dog Strike isn't, trying to save the world. She's just trying to expose it. And in regards to the enemies of Dog Strike, ARDs is the top of the list because they want answers, they want control, they want to understand why Myra survived being exposed to their mutagen and other people didn't. And that's where, and then there are the criminal forces operating throughout Ashbourne. You got characters like Willie Payton, who navigates the city's underground economy while larger conspiracies continue to unfold behind the scenes. So as the universe expands, Dog Strike will face threats ranging from organized crime to mutagen-related dangers and everything in between. There'll be enemies that don't have nothing to do with being exposed to that compound, and there'll be some that work. Just how it be. That's just how it's set up right now. So book one is only the beginning. The release of book one, Dog Strike, Shadow of Ashbourne, it establishes the foundation for a much larger universe. So future stories will explore Project Phoenix, ARD, criminal underworld of Ashbourne, and mutagen-related threats, pretty much. So, and what begins as a missing person case eventually grows into something much larger. So, a lot to look forward to. I have a lot of ideas on how to expand this character. A lot of antagonists that I have in mind. So, a lot to build upon after book one. So, if you're interested in reading Dog Strike, Shadow of Ashbourne, the first book in the series, you can find it exclusively on the Strike 7 Network Patreon page, which will be placed in the description box below this video. So if you're a Patreon subscriber, you receive early access to chapters, story updates, character content, world building material, and future developments before the story eventually expands to other, web serial platforms like Raw Road and possibly Scribble Hub. We'll see, but it will mainly be on Raw Road after it becomes released on Patreon first. So if you want to experience that, click on the link below in the description box below this video, and let me know what you think about the character. So that's all I have for y'all for right now. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how you feel. Check out Dog Strike, Shadow of Ashbourne. Only $5. Right now, that's 6 chapters out on the story. 3 chapters per week. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, the days that I like to post new chapters. If I miss those days, I'll make up for it on the next day. But that's all I have for y'all for right now. Like, subscribe to the channel. Have a blessed day. Peace. I'm out.